A lot of you guys are asking for an updated method to make Madden coins in Madden 19 Ultimate Team. What is the most efficient way to do it? The easiest way, not having to buy packs. What are the motives? Like, what should I be doing to make sure that I'm not missing out on some of the major things that go on into coin making in Madden 19 Ultimate Team? Well, I'm going to show you some of the things you can do in various ways and break it down for you again with up-to-date methods to help you go ahead and gain millions of coins in Madden 19 Ultimate Team. Right after this. All right, so listen, the first thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to discuss some of the things that you guys should understand that should always be happening with your team. All right, I'm a 97 overall, but the way that I got here, you would have to go through all the documentation to see exactly what happened. Pretty much, like I said, I'm not a no money spent player anymore. You have to go back to like in the beginning stages of like Madden 12, 13 Ultimate Team, when I was just straight grinding and playing those long solos, and that was the way that I was making my coins and then trying to flip cards. Every year, you have to just pray to get lucky to get anything that was really, really good. Other than that, I decided last year that if I want a card, I'm just going to pull a bundle. If I don't get the bundle, I'm going to utilize the cards that I get and try to get as much out of it as possible. That was my choice. Now, that doesn't mean that I went away from solos. So solos is still the #1 way, in my opinion, for you guys to make so much coins. It's ridiculous. Because from doing solos alone, not only do you get 250,000 coins for doing 1,500 solos, most of those are moments, so it's not like I really sat here doing full games, which you got to credit EA Sports for, because a lot of the stuff that they do is usually moments, but with a lot of what they give you in these things, you get the opportunity to pull a lot of high-rated cards, which a lot of you guys that are my veterans on this channel, you guys have all taken advantage of all of these things, and you've pulled decent stuff. So that still holds true. Playing your solos is extremely important, bruh. Like if you guys would have played the most recent one with the Combine, the free Combine player, where you have to do your things daily for the trophies, you guys would have got a Nat 97 overall that in most cases, even if you get rid of that card for scouting points, the scouting points and using it inside the scouting point store with the 1100, with the 80 plus overall, with this set over here inside the store, would have netted you a lot of coins. So I'm just trying to point out that there's a lot of things that you guys have to take advantage of while the actual promo is going on. Now, when it comes to new currencies, right now, currently speaking, we're dealing with scouts. So if you played all those solos, you could see that I didn't play a lot of the scouting solos. If you were to play all those solos and gamble with the scouting points that you got inside this 80 plus overall random player set, you would probably pull at least 1 to 2 90 overalls from spending no money at all. And that's like a fact. Like, it doesn't matter how bad most of our pack luck has been. I think we can all agree that we've gotten something decent out of that. You know, it says 80 plus overall, but most of us has at least gotten a 90. All right, now, what does that mean? How does that contribute to making a lot of coins? This is one of the methods that you can choose to do. I already have shown you guys this with numerous pack openings. You guys can go to my pack opening playlist and kind of see exactly what I'm talking about. But realistically, what you have to do is you have to go into the store, right? And I would start with, if you guys don't have a lot of coins, I would start with doing this. I would go down into the program. I would look for Combine, right? No, well, Team Builders. Team Builders is probably going to be a little bit cheaper right now. So we're going to go, because like the reason that I think Combine is because the 86 from here is gonna be a little bit less than the ones from here with the Team Builders, I think, right? Like a little bit less, because like 15. Well, what is this? Oh no, because it's starting at that. The Combine starts at 86. These start at 80, so that's okay. But look, when you look at the 86s, I think that, yeah, they're probably the same price now, but these were like 17K when the other ones were 15. So what does that mean? The 86 overall, what it does is it gives you 660 scouting points, right? So 15K. Some of you guys are like, yo, bro, it's 15K. If you're going to complain about 15K when there are so many solos that are available that net you way over 100, then you shouldn't be grinding Madden. You should just be buying packs, because you're not going to just get anything by not putting anything in. So for this video right here, I'm going to give you guys an example, right? You're going to go ahead, you play around with the Combine, the Team Builders, whatever. If it's around 15, that's typically decent right there. We could snipe a 14 right there, but somebody might buy it because I pressed the other button first, so it might expire. All right, we got it. All right, cool. So look, let's just say, for instance, right, you know, we get him for whatever. You got right there, he's an 87, so that's even better. All right, that's 930, right? I didn't even realize that we just sniped them for that. But usually what happens is another 14. That's another Shaquem Griffin, so we buy that one too. These guys, the 86s are 660. The 87s that I'm buying right now, these are 930. So if you can snipe these, this is all fun and good. And as far as my scouting points go, I just did a pack opening where I got my Weekend League monthly rewards, and I got a free 33,000 scouting points. They added it on as one of the bonus things for being in the top 100 for Weekend League. So definitely look out for Weekend League, and if you can stomach it, definitely go ahead and get into it because it does have benefits. It's going to make you rage, but the benefits are very, very essential. I actually had 2 cards that just expired, right, that I was trying to sell. Let me see. Yeah, Mason expired and Olsen expired. So I actually pulled these cards that I'm supposed to be selling. But I'm going to get back to that in a second. I just want to show you guys what's going on. I actually pulled this out of my most recent pack opening. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Probably EA is just, it's going to be overloaded because this week is open season for everybody in Weekend League. So it may be a little bit slow in some of your games. That usually happens when they have open season. All right, so these 2 cards I pulled out of my monthly pack opening. And I was just trying to get rid of them. And I put them there at base prices. Nobody bought them. But this right here, I'm sitting on like 700, 800K with Shaq Mason and Greg Olsen. But we'll get back to that later. Now, with what we just did, we just spent like 14. So it's like 29 because it was 14 and change. So let's just say 29, 30K, right? Now, the gamble about this thing right here is that what I would like for you guys to do is at least get enough to get 10 pulls. All right. So whether you have to do all solos or whatever to get 11,100, I like to come in here with 10. But for the purposes of this video, we just got 9 whatever and 9 whatever. So we'll do 2 of them. All right. Now, this is the objective when you're doing this, because some people are saying it's been nerfed. Some people are saying it's not nerfed. Right here, what is that? Okay, we got an 81. That's fine. We get 114 scouts. We get out of there. It's good. It's all well and good, right? You go back. Right now, we're only doing 2 because I want to hold on to all my other scouts. So we're only going to do 2 right now for the purposes of the video. But what I would like you guys to do is to accumulate from the solos. Okay, look, right here, my second one. All right, so look at it like this, right? I'm doing this for the purpose of the video, and I pulled a 92. That right there should let you guys understand this whole situation with the way that they have this with the new currency. It's a W for a lot of people because most of you guys have made well over 1 million coins doing this. It's just about knowing when to stop. All right. Now, the reason that I cap it at 10 is because you can get away with it. Most of us know how to gamble with the solos and be able to do whatever. Because look, right now, this guy is 5,400 scouts. So I can go ahead and take the coins or I can continue to gamble. But either way, what I do, it depends on what's going on. Like, look, say I'm trying to do the set for, what was it, Chris Johnson? And I'm looking for the players that have, you know, like, what is it, like 80 to 90. Oh, this is an 80, 95 random player for 800. Oh, this is punter, though. That's the punter pack. So I'm not doing that. Okay, this is all Team Builders, Kicker, Packer, Punter. But they had, like this right here. A lot of these cards go into the Chris Johnson set. Now, I've already used Chris Johnson, and I can tell you up front the dude's garbage. But you would have to watch my gameplays. Most of my full gameplays are on GmiasWorld Gaming on YouTube. You guys can go check it out, search it. It's right there for you guys to look at it. You guys can follow me on Twitch for daily live streams with Madden. But the card sucks, but he's okay because he's the first true 99 speed player. You know, it's in white, there's no chems, everything is good. But getting glitchy pulls out of this, initially when I was trying to get Chris Johnson, when I would pull a duplicate of one of the 92s or 90 that I already had, they were going at that time for about 100K. So look, you saw me do it twice and I got a 92, right? What I'm going to let you guys understand is that if once you accumulate 11,000 scouts, which you can gain from doing the solos, you'll probably gain like about 5,000, something like that. I think it's like 5,000. And then you would have to spend, you know, whatever amount more you need to get at least 11,100. You would gamble inside there. Now, let's go look at the card and its value. All right, let's go take a look at what's going on because you're probably going to say, all right, why wouldn't we continue to gamble if we got that? Let me explain something to you. When EA is being nice to you, don't try to take advantage of EA. I'm going to point that out. Because this right here, all right, he's at 100K. He's probably going to sell for, he's not going to sell for that. I don't think anybody's going to buy that unless you're looking for Steelers Chem. I don't see that card selling for that because they've been selling for about 89 to 90, right? So pretty much what just happened, I just spent like 30 and I'm going to sell this guy for probably like 90. Or I could use him for scouting points and continue to go on with that. That is one method, but it's madness. all right? Because you can lose everything doing it if you don't set a cap. So I made a huge profit. That doesn't mean that you will get the same thing. You probably will get more, or you'll just level out where you just, whatever. You spent your 10 and you didn't get anything. All right. But in most cases, out of that 10, some of you guys are going to pull MVPs. I pulled Jimmy Graham twice. It's a lot of different cards you're going to get. But again, ultimately, while this currency is available, that's going to be the primary thing to do and to utilize. So if you get like your solo battle rewards or whatever you're getting, and you're able to accumulate coins to buy those cheaper 87s and then go ahead and flip it, I would play around with that 80 plus overall, because to be honest, I was at like 80K and EA blessed me with like, a 97 MVP, and I was able to get, things rolling again off of that set. So what it looks like they're doing is they're using these currencies to get you back involved and playing around with it and buying cars and trying to gamble. That's what it's about. Not everybody's going to win, but the winners from this channel, I have a lot of them. So just to let you guys understand, but you have to set a limit. That's what the real pointer is. Don't go bankrupt. Don't be the guy that writes in the comments, yo, Gmia, I blew 1 million coins. That's stupid. The max amount that I spend each time, like I said, is about the amount to get me, 10 tries, which is 11,100 scouts. Now, to further that whole situation, right, because we'll get back to selling him later, the next thing, which is what I touched on in one of my most recent videos, is trying to find certain things that require elite tokens while the prices are so low for the elite cards. This is a huge thing right here, right? When you go into this right here, for elite tokens, that's the biggest thing, right? If you already have cards in your binder and you're able to get away with doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? You can probably make a lot. This one right here with the 4 elite tokens, when it first came out, was stupid. Very, very stupid. Now, all the prices on a lot of these elites are so dirt cheap, you can make elite tokens for pretty much nothing. The gold tokens, pretty much nothing. Silver tokens is a joke, right? So the biggest thing about this set is the elite tokens. So what does that mean? All right, this is what happens, right? Once you are able to do that and you get 95s, this is what happens with this particular set. You have the possibility of getting a 97 overall player. If you do that set about 2 to 3 times and get lucky, you're going to have maybe these top 3. Because usually what happens is EA, for the first pack that you pull, they usually give you a decent pull. So you might get a 94. So let's check Robert Woods, for example, right? He's going for 200K. This card right here, the 97, I think he was at like 4 something the last time I checked, right? So it's a 400K card. So your objective is to figure out a way to get the most out of these cards, whether you want Julian Edelman, whatever you want, right? It doesn't really matter. This is the situation. You have to get enough of the cards to be able to do that, right? You have to get enough of those cards from the sets that require the tokens to do that. So when it comes to using trophies, it never works out in your favor. So I would avoid using your trophies. I would focus more on the ones with the tokens. Now, would you want to gamble and try to get 93 overall players right now? If you could make a couple elite tokens, a couple, 5 gold is still a lot unless you have a lot of gold in your binder. All right, so you have to look through this and see what makes the most sense. Now, this is another key thing. If you're a person that's looking for, training points or whatever like that, when I say person, I'm not saying it like how I use it in my stream. If you don't know what person really means, ask one of the viewers in the comment section, and whoever answers, just don't spell it out in profanity, because YouTube automatically hides it if it's profanity. So you can let them know what it is using like the asterisk or whatever. But again, if you wanted to get 88s, right, and get like, what I think the 88s are about 1100 or something like that. It's a decent amount of training though. I got to go back and check it, but it's over 1,000 training. If you wanted to use gold tokens and convert them to training, this would be an ideal set. For somebody like me, this will be ideal because I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my cards. So I can make a lot of training points. A lot of training points. If you guys want me to go through a full video showing you how to do it, I will show you, bro. When you see me with all these training, these are the little things that I do behind the scenes to accumulate a ridiculous amount of training. So I will, if you guys want me to go more in depth, if you're just learning, I have no issue with doing that. I will make sure that you guys understand and you're up to speed with that. But getting back to this, right? Now that we see what's going on and it's for a random 94 to 96, usually when it's first released, EA is doing it to just make you rage. But now with the way that the market is, let's go take a look at what it will cost. Now, I'm going to go over... I'm going to go back over here to sets, and we're going to go to the token section, and I'm going to just brief you with it and why this method is so good. When you go over to MUT tokens, and you go to earn tokens. Go over to elite. Now it takes 6, right? So look, we already have, I don't know what 86, 87 we have, but if you don't have any, I'm just going to give you an idea of what's going on. These are all, okay, these guys, like, look, you see like Kevin Green, David Moore, these football outsiders, they are very, very cheap. Extremely cheap, right? But remember, it doesn't really matter how much they are. It's what you're willing to spend. Don't think because you have it, you have to spend it. Like this bum right here, this is a key card that makes this set so good because this guy, I was trying to sell him. I couldn't get rid of him, bro. Sherrick McManus, the dude's garbage. The legend cards, because they still go into active sets, it might be wild, but the NFL playoff cards for the elite is the glitch. The cards are absolutely trash. Like, it's very, very cheap. Now, when you look at stuff like this, you see how the prices are? That's only showing you power-ups. It's easier if you go into the actual thing. You'll see that they're around 4,000, 3,000, whatever like that. They're still very, very cheap. A lot of these cards are very, very cheap, especially when you start going to zero chill and you start looking through stuff like that, or you look at team builders. They're very, very cheap. So on average, if you don't have a lot of this in your binder, you can probably complete one of these. I want to go conservative and tell you, you're probably going to spend about 20K per. All right. So when you look at that other set, because that's what I average it out to, about 20K per elite tokens. With me, it's not going to cost me that much because I have all the cards and I can go to exchange and I can use the cards and build it all the way up. Even though you guys might think, yo, bro, you're wasting your cards. With the way that the market is, if I use all my goals and I make them higher and I go through it and exchange it up to this point, I can also get rid of some of my nats that EA's been giving out like it's candy and make up a lot of things with that as well. But again, it should be 20K per. So what does that mean? Let me explain again by going back to this set, which in my opinion is one of the best sets available right now to play around with. Whether you're trying to get one of these Franco Harris's, John Elway, Reggie White, whatever, there's still 97 overall cards that can give you a lot of value. So you're going to want to put as little income of your MUT coins into it as possible as you make it. All right, just make sure you understand that. So now look, it takes 3 elite tokens right here for this one, right, to get a random 94 to 95 overall player. All right, so look at this right here, and you can see the 95, the 94, whatever like that. So Marshawn Lynch was relatively cheap, whatever. I don't know, what is he? Okay, he's 190. Doesn't matter, right? Think about what I just told you. On average, each of these elite tokens right now is 20K to complete. So you're looking at 60K. And then the gold tokens, making gold tokens is a joke. Making silver tokens is a joke. It's the elite tokens that are like really strapping you for cash. So for 20K per, it'll probably cost me less than 60K because I have a lot of cards that are available. I have 1,600 items in my binder. But like I said, for you guys that may not have that amount, just think about it. 60K for each one of these. So if you go twice and you pull 2, Marshawn Lynch's or whatever like that, you already have the majority of this to get to that 97 and get one of these, whichever one of them is selling for the highest price. So this is a very, very key way. And I've already done it like twice and made on average when I did it twice. I got Franco Harris once. Who did I get for the other one? Did I get John Elway and sell him? I forgot who I got. I think I might have got, bro. No. I picked Franco Harris twice. And I sold him at a time where he was going for like 600, 700. Right now, he's at about 4 or 5. But even with that, if you can get 60K per and get 3, you could really do a lot with it. And that's what I wanted to point out with you guys. Obviously, there's a lot of other ways that I can go over. Let me know if this insight into the actual coin making methods is helpful to you, and I will continue to give you guys more insight into it so that more of us can become millionaires. Because I'm telling you right now, if you do a poll for my channel, it's a lot of us out there. We just throwing them, bro. Hey, money doing. We money doing out here. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. You have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to GmiasWorld Gaming right here on YouTube and GmiasWorld Podcast right here on YouTube. Until next time, one love.